Trig points, or known by their full name as triangulation pillars, can be found scattered in their thousands across prominent points of Great Britain. First established in 1935, these concrete pillars have stood as silent sentinels across our hills, mountains and moorland for nearly a century. Once used to help re-triangulate our country by ordnance survey, due to modern mapping techniques, these 4-foot high pillars no longer serve their original purpose. But that's where we come in, the outdoor community, using trig points as destinations in their own right. Something to aim for on a ramble in the countryside. Be that a place to stop off and have a well-earned lunch, a mass meeting point, a quiet chat between friends, or an achievement to reach atop a mountain you've wanted to climb for a while. We've bagged a fair few during our time on YouTube, discovering new ones and greeting some like old friends. And although they stopped making them in the 60s, as a community, we love these things, and trig points are embedded in the outdoor lifestyle.
As nice as trigs are like the one that we're approaching, it's not like you can take one home with you.
But before we sort of get to where we're heading with all of this and give you guys the big reveal, we want to take you on a bit of a journey back in time to the origin point of where we first came up with this idea, because this has actually been in the works for the best part of about 2 years. So I can't remember exactly when it was, but it was definitely a couple of years ago. Me and Hayley returned from a really good trip. It might have been in the lakes or Wales, I can't remember. But when I came home, I was feeling inspired and I decided to pick up the clay, because I'd not picked up any clay for a really long time. It had been years. And I wanted to try and capture sort of our love for the outdoors in clay form. And I ended up sculpting a trig point. I'll put some footage in now so you can see me doing that. I've had this footage on my phone for about 2 years. So I started to sculpt it in clay. Took a couple of days to put that together and kind of just get it looking just how I wanted it. And then we had this sculpt of a trig, and it was like, now what? You know, what do you do with it? So me and Hayley decided that we wanted to replicate them, so we both invested quite heavily in some silicone, some professional moulding silicone. We poured that over the trig model. Again, hopefully I've got some footage here showing that, or at least some pictures. And once that's set, you're basically left with like the reverse, like a negative impression of where the trig point was, and then it's ready for you to pour something into it. Now, believe it or not, these actually started life out as candles, trig candles. And trig candles do exist in our house. It's probably pretty much the only place on the planet where they do, because we're mad enough to do it.
Yeah, we went to a farm in the Peak District, and we wanted to locally source some beeswax. But in the end, we were a little bit worried about people's houses burning down, just in case. We don't really want that on our conscience. No, so
we did do a lot of trial and error. We tested a lot of these out, different types of waxes. We did different types of wicks and wick thicknesses, and we burnt through so many, and we just weren't quite 100% happy with them. So we pivoted and changed the way we were going to do it. And we thought, why don't we make them a bit more realistic like the real ones? And that's when we chose something called stone cast to cast them out of instead. So we managed to get our hands on something called stone cast, which is sort of a specialist type of plaster that's pretty strong whilst it still retains quite fine details, and that's what these trigs are made of. And we poured the first one. It came out amazing. After it's dried a bit, it's nice and strong, feels like stone, just like a real trig, and the rest is history. And that's where I started to go in and paint them and finish them up, and that's how you get the end result.
So this is it, our little mini trig, a slice of the outdoors for your home.
So every single mini trig has been completely hand painted by yours truly, one at a time. Now, I wanted each trig to try and look as unique as possible, because let's be honest, every trig out there on any ridge or moorland or mountain that you've ever seen, they're all unique. No two are alike, and I wanted to bring that to the paint job. So each paint job is slightly different. The rocks around the base are also slightly different. And then I've also given each one of them sort of a custom weathering job as well, because let's face it, a lot of the trigs are pretty badly weathered. They're up on those high edges, out in the moors, they're getting battered by rainstorms and all kinds of weather, and that nice coat of white paint is slowly stripped off to reveal the concrete underneath. So try to bring that to them as well. So if you and a friend were to pick up one of these trigs, both would be completely different to each other. Each one would be unique, just like the real thing.
Personally, I think these would look really nice on like a bedside table or on a bookcase, even on a coffee table. It'd be perfect as like a conversation piece, and it's perfect just to like remind yourself of like your past adventures and adventures to come.
Believe it or not, one of the hardest parts about this was trying to find boxes. You'd be surprised how hard it was to find a box that was mini trig sized, but we did eventually settle on some, and we also got some custom labels made because we wanted this to look really nice for when you guys pick one up. So we designed some custom labels and we got those printed locally in Buxton. So shout out to Print Express, because these guys really hooked me up. They gave me a great deal and the turnaround was very quick. So I'll leave details to Print Express in Buxton in the description below if you want to check them out, because I think the results speak for themselves. Hello gang, it's Future Hay and Kyle. We realised that in between filming that night on the moors with our trig announcement and today, we have hit 10,000 subscribers on the channel.
Yay!
Which is a huge milestone, and we thought what better way to celebrate that by giving you guys a chance to win one of our brand new trigs, because you know we wouldn't be here unless it was for you guys. We're incredibly grateful actually.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem too long ago that we hit 1,000 subscribers. And
I know, that was like what, about nearly 5 years ago. Wow.
Yeah, but we've added another zero to that now. So, but we thought, what better trig could you win than the Win Hill trig? Some of you may remember that the trig point up on Win Hill has got, or did have, a heart on the side of it. I think it's painted in gold. So we've decided to make a one-of-one special trig that's got a gold heart on the front of it. It's done in gold leaf, so it's pretty special, and we thought that's the one we will give away. So if you want to be in with a chance of winning the Win Hill trig, just comment on this video and let us know why you should be the one to win the Win Hill trig, and we will announce the winner soon. So we've worked insanely hard on putting these together, and Obviously it's taken a while, taken a good couple of years to actually finally get them to this stage. But we really massively enjoyed putting these together, and we hope that you guys enjoy them, having them in your home as much as we've enjoyed making them in ours. Also, nearly forgot, the first 10 trigs that are picked up from launch will get one of our brand new stickers for free, I bag trigs. You might have seen this in our last video. I slapped one on the back of our car. Really happy with it. So if you pick one of these trigs up, the first 10 orders will get our new sticker for free. Right then gang, I think we're going to end this one here. That's it. That's our big announcement. We hope that you're excited about this. It's taken us 2 years to bring this out. But look, mini trig. Yeah. Have you ever seen a trig on top of a trig? Now you have. Let us know if you do pick one of these up, if you bag yourself a trig. I've waited 2 years to say that. And tag us on socials.
Yeah, we'd love to see your guys' pictures and see your trigs out and about in the middle of nowhere and everywhere. So.
Or just on your bookcase or your coffee table.
I think it's time to get home.
What's up? Is it bedtime?
I think it is. So if you enjoyed this video, please give us a big thumbs up.
And if you like the look of our faces, consider joining the gang. Hit that subscribe button just down there. It's free to do, really helps us out on the channel. And that way, it should guarantee you see us in the next one. So until then,
we'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Peace.